So hello everyone, welcome to the first video of Learning Scratch for Beginners. So in this video we will go through the introduction of Scratch and how it is used and installation process. So before we start, so let's know about what Scratch is. So Scratch is a visual block-based programming language designed in MIT for teaching kids and igniting their interest in computer programming. However, it befits anyone getting started with the interest in computer language. So if you are an adult, you can also learn this, whether it be any top level universities. It is taught, Scratch is taught in everywhere. Scratch is taught everywhere to start the fundamentals of computer. So this is the interface you get. So here is the URL you can go to so that we can get started with Scratch. And there is an online mode. You can use the website or for the online mode. If you don't want to uh, download any offline version, then there is if you want to download offline version, then there is also an exe file. You can search for it, Scratch download. So you can go through this and you can use Scratch offline editor. So let's just direct download this, and it might take some time. So after it is downloaded, you can go to the file where it is and start the setup process. So let's just do for only for me right now. And let's just run Scratch. So this is the first interface you get. So now we will start. So here are some basic tools you can use for basic code or blocks you can use. The left part you can see here are the motion, looks, sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables, my blocks. So more on that later. First, let's get into this sprite here. The image of the cat you can see on the right side. So this is the character we will be using for learning the basic things, or this is the default character provided to you. You can also add your own character via here, choose a sprite right down here, and the background also seems to be white, which is pretty boring. We can add our own background. So here you can choose a background provided in Scratch. Let's just say we can go with Night City. So you will be seeing this Night City, the background, and then we can go to we can also change our sprite. We can delete this first and choose our sprite. So we can go with someone like, let's just search for male or man. So snowman. All right. So we can change the uh, sprite like this. Sprite is the basic character provided to you, and you can do things with it like animation or any game development. So let's now get into the code. So we'll go through it turn by turn. So move 10 steps. So you can see it. Move 10 steps mean it will move 10 steps. As I click the green flag right here, it will move 10 steps, right? I mean, as I click the block right here, it will move 10 steps, right? So turn 15 degrees. As I click it here, it will turn, it will start to rotate, right? So when I turn it and this goes to turning left side and this goes to turning right side. So this is good, and we can go to random position. This will take it elsewhere in the random positions. So, and this, you might not know, the beginners might not know what coordinate really is. So let me just fire up my paint so that we can learn about coordinates. So So if you are familiar with number lines, this is just like number lines. The place where it intersects, it is called origin, and this horizontal line, it's called x-axis, and this vertical line, it's called y-axis. So we go through this. The intersection is called 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It means we first go through the x-axis. This is for x-axis. This is for x-axis, and this, the second 0 stands for y-axis. So this goes for y-axis, right? So my handwriting might not be good, but this is just for understanding basic concept. So let's say that let's say that our sprite is right here. That means this is in the origin, or this is in the 0, 0 position. So if it goes right here, so if it moves forward, then it goes to the x-axis 1, right? So in the first position of x-axis, which we call 1. So how do we write the coordinate? We go for 1, 0, since it moves forward in x-axis and it does not move anywhere in y-axis. So this is how the coordinate works. And if we go to this position, then it goes like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we cannot write 5, 0 because this is in the other way. So we need to write -5, 0, right? So this is how the coordinate works. So if it goes any upward, then just like here, then it goes for, first we see the x-axis. So in x-axis it is one step further, and in y-axis it is 3 steps up. So 1, 2, and 3. So what do you write? 1, 3 for this coordinate. So this is similar with the coordinate provided in Scratch interface. So if we just say let's go to the origin, I say 0, 0, then when I click here, it goes right to the center, which is the origin, right? So if I say go to -5, then it comes slide backwards, but it does not make any difference. So let's give any big number like -200, and let me just click, and it comes to the A's, right? So this is how the coordinate works. Now let's see the looks. So this looks here gives us the way to print something. Like in programming, we say print. So this says, so when I click say hello, the sprite will say hello for 2 seconds and it will disappear, right? So when I say hi Ayush, it will say hello, say hi Ayush. And similarly, when I go to say hello, it will say hello, and it will continuously say hello. And similarly, there is this thing, and it's just like say hello. Now when I say switch costume to snowman, then you can add any other sprite. It's like, let's say let's add the cat, and let's hide this first. And when I say switch costume, we can switch costumes. So costumes are provided here, and this this snowman has only one costume, so let's just delete this and try for cat. So switch cat costume to cat B. So when I click this, it will change its costume, or it will change the look it looks like, right? Its appearance. So again, when I switch to cat A, it will change its appearance. And switch backdrop, we can change the backdrop also. We'll change the backdrop again to backdrop 1. Next backdrop, we can do next backdrop. So if we keep on adding the backdrops here, then it will change to next backdrop. So similarly, there are other things you might want to check out. So sound, here sound. So for the sound, when I click here, it will pop, right? You might hear the sound. or let's just change the sounds to something like, we can add the sounds here, something like meow. So let's just add this, and so when I click this, the cat will purr, right? So this is how we change the sound, and this is the important part. So now when I when green flag clicked, it is the ultimate first thing you might want to do. So when we start a game, then a process is started. So just like in Scratch, when we click the green flag, the block right here, it will start. So this is like a this is like a ghost button in Scratch. So when I click this, then it went on Scratch. So I don't have to keep on clicking this block. So let's go through other events also. So when I click the space button, then again it will play sound. So the Scratch is just like some English language, so it's just easy. So when I press my space button, it will start. So it will start to pour, right? So when backdrop switches, this is another event you might want to look out. So now controls. The control is where we can do different things like repeat. Repeat is just like if you want to repeat something for 10 seconds, then repeat 10. You might want to add the time here, and let's just say move. Let's just say when I click the space button, it will repeat the movement, and the movement will be 10 steps. So when I click space, then it will move, right? It is starting to move for 10 seconds, and it will move for 10 steps for 10 seconds. So this is a code I wrote. So when space button is pressed, it will do something, and what will it do is it will repeat something, and what it repeats is move one step. So it will move one step, and it will move for 50 seconds. So when I press the key space button, then it starts to move. So let's do it for 200. It will start moving. So this is a code I wrote. So so you can, let's go through this. When space button is clicked, it will do something, and what will it do is it will repeat something for 20 seconds, 20 times, and the first thing it will do is move 10 steps, and it will wait for a second, for a millisecond, and it will change its costume, right? So let's see what it looks like. So let's see what it looks like. So it seems like it is moving. So this is how we move the character. So now let's check more on events. So here, so forever, it will do something till I close the program. It runs forever, right? As the name suggests, it will do something forever. Let's just say forever, and let's see, move 10 steps. So it will keep on moving forever until the sprite reaches the end, right? So even if I drag it here, it will start moving. So I need to quit the program from here. So this is how forever works. And if then, it's like doing something when a condition is matched. Let's just say that let's just skip this right now and go to sensing. So sensing, the thing we might want to use is key pressed. So key key pressed. So this will, what it will do is it will sense if I press the key, and it will, when I drag it here, then it will do something. I might add a block here, and when the key is pressed, space key is pressed, then it will do something. So let's just say when I click the up arrow, I might want to change how it moves upward, right? So I'm pressing my up arrow once. I'm pressing my up arrow. This is a simple example of a condition. So let's just see that. Let's just say, so let's check the program now. When green flag is clicked, then it will do something forever, and if what will it do is it will check if any key is pressed, or up arrow is pressed in my keyboard, and if the key is pressed, then it will change Y by 10 times. So let's say, let's click the green flag, and when I click my up arrow, it will move upwards, right? So this is how you can move this is how you can move a sprite, right? So let's say if I want to move it downwards, then I need to add another if condition, and I need to check if the down button is pressed, and if down button is pressed, then I need to move it by, I need to change Y by -10. So let's keep it here, and when I click up arrow, then it will move upwards, and when I click down arrow, it will move downwards. So this is the basic movement. And again, if I want to check its movement in x-axis or horizontally, then I might want to go here, and again, if right arrow is pressed, then it will move forward. So change x by 10. So if I do this, then it will start moving forward, and if I press the up arrow, it will move upwards, and if I change the down arrow, it will move downwards. So again, for the left side,